keeping things going with our record reviews for the month of November, we're going to take a look at another figure that I just got recently. And it's one that I passed up for a long while when it was in stores, but as soon as it was gone, I realized, oh crap, I need that. So let's finally take a look at Titan's Return Broadside. Now, Broadside here is actually the second version of this mold. I'm pretty sure it was more intended for this, but it also got used as Alpha Trion. Somehow. I think it looks much better as Broadside though. It also for some reason got a repaint as Tidal Wave, but I think I'll just stick with the Armada version instead. But I'm glad to at least have Broadside, because this is actually really nice. As you can see, this aircraft carrier mode is pretty long. Definitely looks just like an aircraft carrier should. Not a whole lot else to say about it. You can take this tower and lean it all the way back so that way you can take the Titan Master and give him a seat or whatever. Or you can leave him in the cockpit for jet mode down here, which we'll get to. Or you can just leave him off to the side and not care about him. It has these ski things so that way it's able to stand on the surface, and that looks really nice. But yeah guys, this is a really nice aircraft carrier mode, but a little empty. Could really use some planes. And that is where Papa Hasbro came into play. Usually with figures like this, they give like sticker sets or just weapons or anything like that. This time around, they decided to give us a little sprue kit with some little aerial bots. They really didn't have to do that, but I'm kind of glad they did. And they look just like your Combiner Wars aerial bots. They're very nicely detailed, but when they come out of the packaging, they don't have any paint on them. So last night around 12:30 a.m., I decided to take things into my own hands. They're not perfectly done, and I didn't really do the bottoms a whole lot, but say hello to Silverbolt, Skydive, Air Raid right there, Quickslinger, and Firefly. Now, like I said, the paint isn't perfectly done, but honestly, I'm really happy with how these turned out. Like, tiny versions of the Combiner Wars aerobots to go on this figure. It's so unnecessary, but I love it. And you just plug them into the many Titan Master ports that are all over this thing. And yeah, the scale is kind of ridiculous for all these aerobots, but really, who cares? That's just really nice. Like, that's cool. So, being that this guy used to be a triple changer back in G1, his second mode must be really good. Right? Really? This is what we're doing? This is what they're trying to pass off as a jet mode. It's even on the back of the box. Okay, let's see what we've got going here for it. The front half looks really good. Like, from here, from there, it looks perfectly fine. But what the fuck is that? The legs aren't even attached here. All the fin pieces are facing the wrong way. This is just raised to holy hell. Like, there are other fan modes that you can make this thing look better, but you shouldn't have to. Hasbro, I love you, but what the hell happened? Oh my god. Okay. Alright, let's move on to the robot mode. Okay, that's much better. So Broadside's robot mode definitely looks just like how he should. Definitely embodies the character really well. Maybe a few complaints here and there. Mainly, I think the biggest gripes I have against this character is just all the jet mode kibble. Like, the wings are passable, but like, the big old cockpit back here and these things on his knees, they just don't work for me. While Broadside was a triple changer, he definitely works better in his aircraft carrier mode. Sometimes return triple changers work better than others. What kind of sucks about this robot mode is that he's also lacking in articulation. Nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist, hardly anything down here in the legs. Man, Siege has really been spoiling us, haven't they? I'm still happy to have this figure, but it had so much potential, and it lost it. I still think he can wreck and roll pretty well with his other friends. And he's not the most disappointing figure that I've ever gotten. But in reality, this figure would have worked a lot better if it just didn't have a jet mode. Period. But I'll still keep you around. You're a good boy. If you see this guy for a cheap price and you feel like you might need another wrecker, I'd say it probably is worth the time. Just depends on what you want to do. One more review to go in this month of the record reviews. That's been another video from me, guys. Thank you all very much for watching. I've been 01 Trans Fan, the #1. I'll talk to you all next time. Take it easy, guys.